Oh. Oh. Welcome to Meaningful Mornings. In January of 2019, our community commenced happy hour. Now, all of your conditional thinking, you're defining happy hours. We started that when we were 16, when we were 21. I mean, the happy hour, which is our community for children and kids. That means we just celebrated our 5-year anniversary birthday. And so I joined our happy hour students last week and I was sharing with them, tell me practically how you can be happy, how you can be happiness. And they all shared awesome thoughts. But I told them, you have to have less thought. And I kept on repeating that and getting them to act this out. Less thoughts. Now you do it. Ready? You have to have less thoughts. And then I shared a methodology on how to have less thoughts. It is, from short term to long term, to have fun. Whenever we're having fun, we think about it less and we experience it more. Agreed? So then I told them some awesome jokes. Too awesome for you to handle. The next, this is more midterm, is to focus. Whatever you're focused on, again, you don't analyze as much, but you experience. So then I showed them a magazine and asked them to spot the differences. And finally, this is long term, it is to facilitate. Yeah, it's in the car. We'll get it later, okay? Facilitate. And what that means is whatever is inside of you to facilitate this for others. One of the most effective ways to be happy is to help others be happy. I'm sharing this with us because I feel we get to experience this every morning. Is Meaningful Mornings fun, children? By a show of hands. Is it focused? Undoubtedly. Here, we'll offer sattvic judgment for all those without their camera on. Everyone else, you're studying right now. You're not, I don't know what word to use, the opposite of studying. You're not chanting. You're studying. And facilitate. We are invoking and evoking, which is why I use the word community. I don't use the word Vivek. I don't use the word Vivek's family. We are doing this. When we were driving back from Pittsburgh yesterday, Sheila and I were listening to the news, and it was astounding to me how much sexualization there is in society. Stunning in the negative. If you think of the most prominent court cases, just in New York, they're both about sexualization, correct? So I was reflecting on how can I inhibit myself from getting trapped in this systemic sexualization? When I was growing up in Canada, when I would go buy chocolate from a store or gum, there would be cigarette packs there. And I saw how cigarette packs had advertising, and then eventually the government made these cigarette companies put images of people who have cancer from cigarettes on that pack. So someone with throat cancer, someone with lung cancer. So imagine a 15-year-old or a 20-year-old seeing this image of what lungs look on account of cancer. Those images have not left my mind. I don't smoke cigarettes. So when I interact with bodies like yours or the people around me, I try to remember that this body really does have cancer. Maybe not clinically, but philosophically, all of our bodies are dying, correct? They're all moving towards their end, and nothing can stop that. Medicine can't touch that. That helps me to not sexualize my body or anyone else's body. Would you want to kiss a mouth with someone who has such tongue cancer? You wouldn't. Now, the reason I'm sharing all of this, jnana, or vision, insight, narrative, perspective, just having this changes everything about us. Dots are connected for everyone. And that is what the Bhagavad Gita offers and advises, is this jnana, vision, insight, narrative, perspective. Quite often, when people describe others, the first word they use is, she's so beautiful, or that kid is so cute. And I've cautioned all of you from making such comments because it only triggers more dependence, focus on this dying entity. Right now, Shri Krishna is advising us to have jnana, vision, insight, narrative, perspective on satisfaction. Mick Jagger can't get no satisfaction. We can get satisfaction. Shri Krishna, the master teacher, uses what we're used to. He measures satisfaction as what happens in the beginning, agre, and what happens at the end, pariname. For quiet satisfaction, difficult in the beginning, worthwhile in the end. For aggressive satisfaction, easy in the beginning, hard in the end. For lazy satisfaction, there is no satisfaction in the beginning or end. There is only sleepy, lazy enemy. With this system complete, Shri Krishna is going into a transition verse, and then we'll bring in the next system, which is much more personal. We are on verse 40. Natad asti pritivyam va divi deveshu va punaha sattvam prakirti jair muktam yadebi syatribir gunaihi. Joy. This most definitely is not new content. It is a reminder. Since it is not new content, I will share more reflections so we don't forget this. Quarter 1. Na, that is no. Tat, that, asti, is. There is not. In what reference? Prithivya, on earth. The implication is there's no being on earth. Humans, animals, plants, or stone. Just hold that thought. More will be shared in the forthcoming quarters. Here's more reflecting for us. The word earth in Sanskrit tends to have two popular names. One is Bhumi, and the other, which we use, is Prithvi. Prithvi is being used here too. Bhumi, if I can try to give you a reference, it is like caring for the earth like you care for a parent. It is respect-based. Prithvi, the reference is caring for the earth like a child. It is love-based. Raja Prithu cared for the earth like his own child, specifically daughter. So the earth came to be known as Prithvi, the daughter of Raja Prithu. I am simply offering more reflection so we don't take these words for granted. Those in our Narada Bhakti Sutra course, the evolution of devotion, you have to go from dasya, which is being respectful, to sakya, being loving. That's earth. Shri Krishna takes us to a spatially different dimension. Divi means those beings or heaven. Who lives there? Deveshu. These semi-gods live there. Those on earth, those in the heavens, they all are not freed from. They are all subject to. That is what is stated in the first quarter. Now, a reflection on what it means to live in heaven, what it means to be a semi-god. In heaven, one's sense organs are super sensitive. And the sense objects in heaven are super intense. Visually, it's not, is it 8K the most advanced television? It's 16K. The flavors are a combination of Tabasco and Frank's Red Hot, if you can imagine that. And so if the sense organs have these kinds of sense objects, there's so much indulgence that there's no inquiry. Only humans, you, can inquire. Whether you do or not is different, but only you can inquire. In our Subodha Vedanta class yesterday, the discussion subject was, how do you develop the habit of inquiring in good times? In bad times, we ask, why me? In good times, we say, yeah, me. How do you develop that habit of inquiring in good times? I'm now in the third quarter. Shri Krishna zooming into what he's sharing. Sattvam exists. Prakriti Jaihi, born from Prakriti, Muktam, free. There is no being on earth or heaven that is free from that which is born from Prakriti. Reflecting on this, first on the word Sattva. Sat means existence. Tva means like. What is like existence? That which exists. That's why Sattva is such a wonderful quality that propels one to existence. What Sri Krishna is zooming into, Prakriti, another word for this is Maya. This gets expressed as gunas. condition. There is no being on earth or heaven, the implication is all dimensions, that is free from the gunas. Yat ebihi, from what I've just shared, syat is tribi gunaihi, from these conditions, from these gunas. Zooming into this, we'll finish our gathering this morning. Shri Krishna is trying to prep us that you, me, we, etc., are subject to the gunas or the conditions, and that's why these systems are so important, so practical. We must not think that these systems don't apply to me. When Sri Krishna is sharing, other than those who are enlightened, they do apply to you. And that's why the forthcoming system is about composition. It is about you. You relate to the gunas. Food relates to the guna. Time relates to the gunas. When we accept this, we will start to climb up these systems and then jump out of them to that which is beyond conditions, beyond gunas. This is a transition verse to ensure that we're relating to these teachings. From inspiration to application, your application was to count the number of times you misheard and so didn't practice the applications that I give you. How many times did you misplace this and that? And I didn't just say externally, my shoes. I also mentioned names, dates, etc. I know some of us are getting older mentally, so it's harder to remember. But for those whose minds are still fresh, the more you care for an entity, the less you forget it. The more you care, the less you forget. And so the indication of this is we've sort of stopped caring about the spirit. That's why we've forgotten the spirit. We care so much about the body, which is why we never forget to provide it comfort. Your application for this morning, the reflection adventure of the day that was shared with all of you yesterday on social media, Chinmay Mission address, Facebook, Instagram, X accounts. This is by James Clear, a very powerful thinker. I want you to think about what he's thinking about. Together. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Be joy.